KILR Killer Game.
Hello, gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome to the tour around the world featuring SubLogic Flight. Well, it looks like the clouds out there have gotten a little bit more thicker. Maybe we should get up in the air and get going. But first, where are we going? Where are we? Well, if you haven't read the title of the video, that's okay. It's not a problem. We're going to talk about it. Let's go ahead and bring up that map. So we got the SubLogic Scenery Disc number 9 map, which works good enough for what we need. We're going to be flying from Waterloo Municipal to Dubuque Municipal. So from here to here. Same flight that we did in the other flight simulators, we are also doing here as well. So Dubuque 115.8. We can tune that in. We can make a departure from Waterloo at about due east, looks like, and go from there. We should be fine. And you may be interested to know that the Mississippi River is right alongside the Dubuque airport, so we'll get to see the Mississippi River again. And then the flight after this one is going to be a really fun flight, especially if you like VFR flying. Alright, nav 2 is set. Dubuque is 115.8. And we are all set to go. Fuel. Do we need fuel? Let's fill up. Probably don't need it, but let's fill it up anyway. We have ourselves a full tank, and I think we are ready to go. SOS alert. Killer Gamer is about ready to get back into the sky again. Everyone clear the way. It is literally an alert system. This is a test. The Killer Gamer is flying in the air. Test. Is that the end of the runway? Yep. Except they're not testing, they're actually warning everyone. Runway 24, completely opposite direction that we want to fly, but that's why we can turn around. Bye-bye, Waterloo. Thanks for having us. We're moving on. Hello, Waterloo, we're back. Don't mind us while we do a flyby right over the airport. Remember, we're wanting to fly out of Waterloo at a 090 radial. So we're heading at 101. You see nav 2. There it is. It just switched from to to from. So that's good. And we will go ahead and change our heading. Yeah, we can change it to 90 just about. Almost got it locked in here. Not too bad. We're at 2,600 feet. I am looking to get us at 3,000 feet. And we will hold steady at that altitude. Get another look there at Waterloo. We can even see the black little building that we parked by before. We passed 3,000. I was spacing out. I was thinking of the Waterloo song by ABBA. Alright, so visual stuff here in front of us. We got some roadways. There is one in particular that's in the direction that we're going. You may see it over here to the right. There's another one that's kind of crossing our path here. Sorry, my eyes are burning a little bit. So the one that we're heading, yeah, Route 20 is the one, is the gray road that's off to the right there. That's the direction that we're heading, and that goes out to Dubuque. We could practically just follow that road out there. Now there is another gray road showing. I am not sure what that is. Because I'm not seeing that on the map. About ready to cross over the clouds there for a moment. Look at who joined us. Welcome to my block, Papa Punk. They're gone. Do not spam on the Killer Gamer channel. You spam, you get spanked. What can I say? I honestly don't even know why people bother to spam with stuff like that. They're just going to get banned anyway. So just don't do it. Do I want to know how to make money? Sure. Do I want to learn from a bot spam? No. I think for the moment I'll trying to figure it out on my own. Well, we do have an airport coming up here. If I take a look at the map here, I might actually be able to find out what that is. Because the SubLogic flight light map is, or the SubLogic USA East map is going to be the same. Waterloo. I believe that is Independence Municipal. That would align with the other markings that I see here on the map. And I can only guess that that rotor's right there is the 150, which goes north and south through Independence. So I can show you a close-up of the map here, this map. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not, but that is Waterloo right there. Now if you see the red line underneath it, that's the one that is going to take us to Dubuque, right there. It's kind of off to an angle here. I'm trying to get it straight so you can see it. Right? Okay. So, this is what we're looking at right here. See those two lines? That's Independence. And that's what we're seeing. We are seeing some clouds too. I guess they seem to be going up and down. Yeah, so that's Independence Municipal right there. I'm going to bring our altitude down some. When I say down, that does not mean up. Come on, plane. Keep us under the clouds. Maybe that graphical thing is something else then. Oh. Matter. We are doing okay. We don't have a signal yet for Dubuque. We're going to go ahead and go back to the user manual here. And we're going to talk about window views. The top half of the flight light screen display usually shows a realistic out the window view from the cockpit of the aircraft. Yeah, this is what I would expect from realism. That's why I think this is better than Flight Simulator 2020. When you start the simulation, the aircraft is placed on runway 36 at Meigs Field in Chicago. Because that's where you start. That's just what you do. You can see the runway, various runway markings, and buildings in the distance. Ground details and the horizon are usually visible when flying. The view is obscured when you fly through clouds. At night, the only visible features are stars, cities, illuminated structures, and airports. Not all airports, as we found when we were going to Joliet, which was completely black at night, and we couldn't find anything there. The window is set to display cockpit forward view when you load and run flight light. You can look in 9 different cockpit view directions or display one of several different external views of your aircraft in the window. 2 additional windows and a map window also may be turned on, and you can separately adjust the types and complexity of scenery displayed in each window. Keyboard controls are available for all window adjustments. You can also use the mouse to select a window, change a window view direction, or zoom in and out on a window view. Using Windows, and I don't mean the operating system, and I don't mean the windows in your house either. You can have 3 windows on the screen simultaneously, each displaying a different cockpit or external aircraft view. In addition, a map window can be turned on to show a map view of the area in which you are flying. If you've specified a destination airport for your flight, you have the option of displaying a destination airport diagram instead of the regular map view. Well, that's different. This is why I like going through the manuals. You discover things. A destination airport diagram instead of the regular map. We'll have to figure out how that works. That'll be interesting. Turning windows on and off. Use the power button. The primary window is always turned on. Use the following keystroke combinations to toggle the other windows on or off. Second window on-off is Shift Numlock. Third window on-off is Shift Backspace. Map View on-off, Shift Scroll Lock. Map Destination Airport Diagram Toggle, Shift Enter. The more windows you activate, the slower the simulation frame rate will be. A single window display provides the fastest frame rate. What if you're on an i9 machine? Does it slow down? Inquiring minds would like to know. Selecting a window. You must select a window before you can make any adjustments to it. Only one window may be selected at a time. The selected window is outlined in white. I thought maybe there might be a white outline around that. And is listed in the selected window indicator box on the instrument panel. Now that it does show. Right up here in the upper left it says first. And this is the first window. Press Shift Insert to cycle through the turned on windows and select the window you want to adjust. Alternatively, you can use the mouse to point and click on the selected window, indicator box to cycle through and select from among the active windows. A little bit more information from the user manual for Flight Light. Pardon me, my foot is itching. It's been a long flight, what can I say? We have a lot of flights ahead of us, but there will be plenty of time to completely go through that manual. Oddly, we are not getting a signal yet from Dubuque, which is surprising because I thought we would get something by now. That always seems to surprise us on these trips. You know, it's like we're expecting the VOR to actually give us a signal, and we don't get the signal until we're like 30 miles out or something. But I do know that we are going the right direction, and that this road is also going to take us there. So we're good to go in that respect. Looks like we have another airport coming up here. Doing a little bit of sightseeing, you know. That could be, yeah, I think that is Manchester Municipal, Charlie 27. The black line that we're seeing off to the right is a railroad, and then there is the roadway that we talked about earlier that is leading us from Waterloo to Dubuque, which is Route 20. So yeah, we're definitely getting closer. According to the map, we're like halfway. Okay, we got a signal. 34 miles to Dubuque. I'll go ahead and change the heading. Oops, wrong way. Look at that. We are pretty much on course. Some more reading out of the manual here. Window view options. Windows can display a variety of different cockpit views, as well as aerial, spotter plane, and ground-based control tower views of the aircraft you are flying. View mode selection. Any one of 3 different view modes may be displayed in the selected window. Select the window you want to adjust if more than one window is turned on, then press Shift Caps Lock to cycle through cockpit, tower, and spot view modes. Cockpit provides an out-the-windshield view from the cockpit of the aircraft you are flying. Tower, a view of your aircraft from a stationary control tower. When the auto zoom feature is enabled, using the view setup command on the view menu, this view mode automatically tracks your movements to keep you in sight. Spot, a view of your aircraft from a nearby spotter plane that follows you as you fly. Spot plane location, altitude, distance, and tracking characteristics are also adjusted using the view setup command on the view menu. The title in the upper left corner of the window identifies which view mode is in effect. The View Setup command on the View menu lets you turn window titles off to improve frame rate. Moving the control tower. When tower view is displayed in the selected window, pressing Shift and the / automatically places the control tower at a nearby location. The tower's exact location relative to your aircraft is set using the View Setup command on the View menu. This option allows you to take the control tower along with you on long cross-country flights, because that's realistic, and continually reposition it at a nearby location. Zoom controls. Zoom controls let you adjust the selected window field of view. View effects from wide angle to a super telephoto view are possible. The zoom indicator box on the instrument panel shows the current zoom factor in effect for the selected window, which is in the upper left of the dash. Remember? 1x right here under first. That's the zoom. Zoom control is available in all view modes. Press Shift in combination with the keypad plus or minus keys to zoom in or out on the selected window view. Alternatively, you can use the mouse to adjust zoom factor in the selected window. Point and click on the left side of the zoom indicator box to decrease the zoom factor, and point and click on the right side to increase the zoom factor. This next one is pretty easy, especially if you are used to looking out your aircraft in different ways before chase plane. View direction selection. View direction selection. Direction selection. What's your election? That, I don't know. In cockpit view mode, you can look in 9 different directions. Press Shift in combination with one of the keypad direction keys to specify a cockpit view direction in the selected window. So, in other words, you hit Shift and the numerical keypad. 9 is front to the right, 5 to the right, 3 back to the right, 2 behind, 1 back to the left, 4 to the left, 7 is a jump to the left. No. It's left and forward. And then 8 is forward. It's just a jump to the left. The view direction keys let you look around and properly orient yourself relative to the ground-based visual cues. Just remember that the view direction selection keys are centered around the keypad 5 key. You can also use the mouse to select the view direction. A selection of the aircraft icon to the lower left corner is that. Would that work? Does that work? The selection of the aircraft icon in the lower left corner of the instrument panel is highlighted to indicate the currently selected view direction. It sure is. Huh. Yeah, so down here, do you see the yellow in the front? It's highlighting which way we're looking. So if we were to click, look at that. Huh. I don't know, isn't that interesting? Point and click on the appropriate section of the aircraft to indicate which view direction you want. 19.76 miles to go to Dubuque. We're beginning to see some stuff up ahead. The lines are converging into some more gray stuff, which is going to be Dubuque. Auto view options. Several auto view options function as a second set of intelligent eyes that can automatically lock onto the touchdown zone at your destination airport, or maintain a level view of the horizon while you pitch, bank, and turn the aircraft. The following auto view options are available: touchdown zone lock on off, Shift Q, horizon lock on off, Shift W. The touchdown zone, it's like football. Lock option forces the selected window to display a view of the runway touchdown zone at the specified dance, and then the plane does a dance. The airport, I think I said something weird. Anyway, the airport view is displayed in the proper perspective relative to your current location and orientation. If you are far away, you may have to increase the window zoom factor to see the airport. The touchdown zone lock option also displays a directional arrow in the top center of the selected window. The arrow points to the relative bearing of the destination airport, i.e., the direction in which the destination airport is located relative to your heading. When the arrow points straight up, you are heading directly toward the airport. The horizon lock option keeps the horizon in view, no matter what your aircraft altitude. This feature mimics the way in which a pilot focuses on the horizon to maintain orientation when maneuvering the aircraft. Caution! That's for us, the Killer Gamer and his killer audience community. The touchdown zone lock and horizon lock options are intended to be used with secondary window views only. Using these features in the primary view window can be extremely disorienting. At the attitude indicator, because you have to have the right attitude, it then becomes your only reliable means of determining aircraft orientation. And that might affect your attitude. Who knows? If it's your only way, it may be a bit frustrating of an attitude to have to deal with it. But anyways. 13.6 miles away from Dubuque, Iowa. We can start to see some of it up here in front. We have a gray patch, which one of our viewers has claimed it as being a farm. That works for me. So we have a farm coming up. We have some pointy red things coming up. Mainly just beacons or lights or something. We got the roads. Got the major roadway. This road right here was leading us from Waterloo to Dubuque. Dubuque. No, Dubuque. Dubuque. Or Dubuque. D-U-B-U-Q-U-E. But I believe it's pronounced Dubuque. And if it's not, then holy crap, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. And I don't mean this stream. I'm talking about all the other flight simulator videos that I've done. But hopefully I've done it right. Otherwise, that could be an interesting look back at some whoops videos, I guess. I don't know. We're getting white hot flashes here in front of us. Look out. Alright, so don't see anything to the right or left yet. 10 miles from Dubuque, we should be seeing the airport here soon. And you can see we've got the VOR centered, so it looks like a heading of about 103 or close to it. By the way, the red numbers is the heading bug, in case you're wondering. Altitude, autopilot, well, altitude also, but autopilot is locked in for the heading as well as the altitude, and we will turn that off here in a bit. We can slow down the aircraft though, so we're going to slow it down with 10 degrees of flaps. .8 miles. Man, I'm surprised we don't see that as far surprised we don't see the airport yet. Now, something else that is up in this area is the Mississippi River. And there is a blue line. Hopefully when we get closer, it's not just a line. But that is the Mississippi River right there. And there's the airport. Woohoo! Just as planned. All right, let's turn off the autopilot. We're good to go. We are on manual now. Those cloud flashes are really annoying. Dropping another thing of flaps. We're at 20 degrees. I believe there is a runway 18, and I think that's the one that we're going to be landing on. Let's bring it down to 30 degrees of flaps. I can start to see some taxiways there at the airport. Use some pitch trim here. That'll help slow us down. Add a little bit more power here. Trying to control our descent. Because I'm seeing a red over red on the VOSI marker. I've learned that red over red means dead. Forgot the other ones, but white over white means you're too high. White over red is what you're looking for. And I do not know why it's doing that. Little building off to the side here. See a saw a taxiway off to the left here. right over here. I don't know what the keyboard control is for brake. I was looking for it, and here I am trying to move the mouse to click on the brake, which is down here in the lower left corner. So when you're trying to control with your fingertips here, and you got to move over here to the mouse to try to move it, yeah, it's a little crazy. All right, good stuff. Glad you're here with me. I really appreciate it. It's a great honor to be able to touch your lives in a positive way, and I hope you are enjoying what you're seeing and enjoying the show. And if you go ahead and click that like button, that shows your support, as well as subscribing to the channel. Helps me out, helps out the channel, helps out these videos, so that way people know that they're out there. And then Twitch, as you got to see, with Twitch you get to see all of this stuff early and raw and uncut, and you get to jump into the cockpit with me and fly as I'm actually flying and recording these episodes, and you get to ask me questions. And I just love your company. Just love to have you there. Instagram gives you kind of a leg up on stuff. As far as a peek in behind the scenes, as far as projects that I'm working on, kind of keeps you up to date of what it is that I got going on, things that I'm working on for the channel. So go check that out. Another thing to check out, great communication tool, is Twitter. That's where you can get up to date with the latest official KILR news and announcements, as well as retweets of things that I think you might find interesting. I mean that in a good way. And then there is Snapchat for silly fun, and Patreon for those of you who would like to donate and get a little something in return. I appreciate anything that you're willing to give. I'm trying to build this channel up into something more than what it is, but I can't do it by myself. So as a community, I'm hoping that we can work together and build this channel up into something really, really special. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. I will see you on the next exciting leg of our journey. Have a killer awesome day.